Speaking of the Dolphins, who gave up Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith and brought back Minka Fitzpatrick, who I believe wanted out when the Dolphins were trying to tank for Joe Burrow in 2019. And someone pointed out yesterday they were trying to tank for Tua. No. Tank for Tua was before the 2019 college season started, and everyone realized that Joe Burrow was far better. Then it became, we want Burrow, not Tua. They ended up with Tua as the 5th overall pick. We thought he was going to be the 1st overall pick going into the 2019 season. Burrow became the clear consensus, no-brainer number 1 overall pick. That's who the Dolphins and Stephen Ross wanted. Ross really wanted Joe Burrow and tried to trade for him. And the Bengals refused to even engage the Dolphins in contract discussions, which I think in the abstract is stupid. In isolation, it's stupid. You don't know anything about whether or not this player is going to pan out. But the stubbornness paid off for the Bengals because they got the much better quarterback, the best quarterback in the class by far. I know Justin Herbert still has a hive of fans who overlook the fact that he's accomplished nothing when it matters most, but Burrow clearly the best of the bunch. Anyway, back to the Dolphins. My friend Big Cat says dysfunctional teams do dysfunctional things. And what is dysfunction? Dysfunction is the failure to function properly. Think about the issues the Dolphins are dealing with in late June. Moving on from Jalen Ramsey in late June. Moving on from Jonnu Smith in late June. Having to find another tight end in late June. Normally functioning organizations get this stuff taken care of before the league year begins, when they can go out and they can sign another tight end. They can trade for another tight end. They can draft another tight end. They get people there who are going to be part of the team and engaged in the offseason program. You handle all this business before we get to the end of the offseason program. At the latest, it's handled at the draft. That's what properly functioning teams do. Properly functioning teams don't make a player the highest paid in the league at his position in September and decide 7 months later they're done with him. That's not what properly functioning teams do. Properly functioning teams don't pay a new contract to a receiver who has a habit of blowing hot and cold about things and at the end of the season says, I want out, and then changes his mind. And that uncertainty, that vibe is still hovering over the team. The Dolphins right now, I'm sorry, shoe fits, truth hurts. They're dysfunctional. Can they find a way to function properly in 2025? Is it addition by subtraction to move on from Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith? Can they keep Tyreek Hill happy? Will someone make them an offer they can't refuse for Tyreek Hill? I doubt it. Who'd want Tyreek Hill at this point? I don't know, maybe for 1 year. Maybe the Steelers want Tyreek Hill. Maybe they can still. Man, Tyreek Hill, Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, that'd be something. Anyway, Dolphins fans got mad when I put them, I think, at 29 in the post-offseason program power rankings. I mean, as I said last week, somebody's got to be 29, somebody's got to be 30, somebody's got to be 1, somebody's got to be 8, somebody's got to be 14. That's how it goes. Not big on ties in the power rankings. Everybody's got to have a spot. I just don't have a lot of hopes for the Dolphins this year. They can prove me wrong. I mean, look, I'm just giving you an honest assessment of where I think they are. And by virtue of the fact that they traded away Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith on June 30 and not March 15, that is a hallmark of a team that is currently dysfunctional. And if you don't like it, Dolphins, I mean, again, prove me wrong. Or do things that don't seem objectively dysfunctional.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.